Welcome back. My name is Arun, and today we are going to dig a little deeper. Non-functional requirements. This is one of the responsibilities that we covered in the previous video of solution architect responsibilities. So let's get started. So we have already established, or we already understand what non-functional requirements are. These may not be visible to users and customers directly, but their absence may impact the overall user experience in a bad way. So let's try to check some of the most common non-functional requirement and talk about these a little bit, okay? So very first one is performance. It is more like customer wants an application, he wants an application, right? But it's you who needs to come up with these kind of questions, like what will be the application load time for users? How can we handle the network latencies, right? Those kind of a question would leads to the performance of the application, which is something that your customer or your business stakeholders were not aware of, because this is something you need to explain certain technology required to achieve this. And of course, there is a cost involved. So let's not go there, just understand some common non-functional requirements that we usually also mention these in every detailed design. So what is the next one? Next one is security and compliance. How can we secure an app from unauthorized access, right? Unauthorized access. How can we protect an app from malicious attacks? Or how can we meet the laws and audit requirements? Because there are laws like GDPR, PCI, HIPAA. So these are the security and compliance, which is very important non-functional requirement that you need to put it out there, right? Then we have oh my god, I need to write that down. Then we have recoverability. How can we recover an application from an outage, right? So you need to inform your customer, like you should prepare the disaster recovery plan or the backups for the VMs on which your applications are running. If it is a web app, then you need to request for the inbuilt backups, right? Because they are all bothered about their application. These are the things that you need to inform them. uh, how can we minimize the recovery time in the event of the outage, right? When you prepare the DR, there are RPO and the RTOs, so that you need to talk about it. You need to also talk about it. How can we recover data loss, or how much data that you are ready to lose in case of the disaster? Those kind of things, right? And then we have maintainability, which requires monitoring, alerts, and support in case something happens to your application or your VM on which the applications are running, right? Then we have reliability. How can we make sure the application performs consistently, right? How can we inspect and correct the glitches? If you there is a concept of self-healing. If you're aware of Kubernetes, if there is a container which you know goes out or crashes, pod will itself create the container. If pod crashes, replica set will create it by itself. Self-healing, you know clearing the glitches and consistent performance. So reliability is one of the non-functional important non-functional requirement. Then we have availability, Well, everybody is aware of availability. Anyone who is working on cloud, because there's so much fuss about availability. There's so many options about the availability, or rather high availability for an application, like availability set, availability zone, or web app itself highly available. And how can you make your application fault tolerant? There, yes, there is a difference between HA and FT, high availability and fault tolerance. If you want to dig a little deeper, you can check my video in architectural concept series or playlist, which is there on the channel. Then we have scalability, which is more like how can we meet the increasing demand for resources, or how can we achieve a good scale for a sudden spike in the utilization. There are a lot of technologies available, so you need to talk about these things to the customer as a NFR. Then we have usability. Usability, how can we simplify an application's use? How can we achieve a seamless user experience? You could also put here as a portability if required. So NFRs, or non-functional requirements, are an integral and essential aspect of solution design, which tend to slip when teams are too focused on a business requirements, and this can impact the user experience. A good solution architect has the primary responsibility of conveying the importance of non-functional requirement and making sure they are implemented as per the solution delivery. It is not necessary like these are the only non-functional requirement. There could be many others as per your solution, as per your designing, as per customer requirement. For example, uh, voice clarity for a call center solution, right? So this video is more like to understand better what the non-functional requirement are, and I think it will make more sense now. Well, thank you for watching, and you have a good day. Bye bye.